Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. And we are going to be doing the weekly message for all of the onlookers today. And this message goes for this week and can possibly go longer, at least up for the month. But these messages that you get today will be mostly for this week, things that you need to focus on, things that are going to be most helpful for you. My name is Jade, also Joyce McGeehan, and I am the Violet Sage. You can find me on Facebook, on Traveling Ministry and Mystics for the Open-Minded. Hello, Night Reader Tarot. How are you today? And you can also find me here on YouTube or on The Violet Sage on Facebook. And I should be broadcasting live now on The Violet Sage and here on YouTube. And today I am going to be giving a message for the week, like I said. Donations are greatly appreciated if you so feel moved to, and we will be offering the chance to get some readings today. I will be pulling a one-card oracle for a few chosen people. I will just be picking them out of the audience. I will try to go in order if possible. And also, I am going to do for these lives 10 for 10. So that means 10 minutes for $10. So if you would like to have a more in-depth, detailed reading, we can do so that way as well. Awesome, Night Reader. I'm glad you're doing well. It's a beautiful day out here in Wisconsin. Yeah, we're here in Wisconsin today for all of you out there. And I'm going to turn and get my little cards out. Love and light, Mother, Father, God, bless us here today. I ask that you clear these cards of all previous people's energies and vibrations. Now I ask that you place the energies and vibrations of all of our onlookers for this week here of May, the first week of May 2020. Hi, Robert. And I ask that you help me put the proper 3 cards that best help all these people in their path in life. This looks like we got some interesting stuff coming in. We are getting a lot more movement going here lately, and I'm going to move my little flyer, where things are starting to finally forge ahead for people. So, and this looks like this is reflecting that a little bit here. So my first set of 3 for all the onlookers here today, we have that it is May 3rd, letting people know because later we are going to be putting up little numbers so you know what number you are if you ever have to look back on this. I'm going to straighten this out a little bit here. All right, the first card today is Angel of Families. I have a lot of sunlight coming in right now, so a little hard to see the card. The angel surrounds both you and your family at the moment. So many people have been being really concerned about their family members, things that are going on in their lives. And specifically what comes to mind right now, people are really concerned about family members that they haven't heard from. It feels like there's a lot of nostalgic stuff that's going on. So people are really thinking more in depth about people that maybe have had harsh words, which had made them disconnect from each other. I don't know why this feels really strong right now, but people are really concerned. And I'm going to say, if you are one of these people who have disconnected yourself from a family member, I mean, sometimes it might be for the better because they really drag you down, but I say always keeping the lines of communication open is always best. This way you always are in the loop, you know what's going on, and can't say, oh, I wish I had contacted them, or this way you know you've already done it. Good morning, Dwayne. Here too, huh? Yeah. Nice there too, huh, Night Reader? So make that phone call, send a letter, a card, whatever you need to do. It's always best to keep those lines of communications open. because you never know when you're going to regret it. You can't take something back when it's too late. And especially with the virus and everything that's going around right now, what better time to do that and show people you care? And it's like, hey, I'm still here. I'm honoring your privacy or whatever the case may be, but I just want to let you know I'm thinking of you and I'm really hoping you're doing well. Or why don't we get together for coffee sometime? I think we have a lot of catching up to do. You never know, that person might be ready, and everybody's always afraid to make the first move. So this is kind of what I'm getting on this card today, and it's very interesting that it's not just cut and dry. Like, everybody's worried about their families right now. We know this, but it goes a little deeper than that. Okay, so we also got Angel of Union. A partnership is blessed and destined for great success. So the Angel of Union. So a lot of people are finally being able to get out there now. I think, I keep saying that I really highly believe that what we are going through in the world today is a really good eye-opener. It's waking people up. What would you do if you didn't have this person in your life anymore? What would you do if you didn't take that step forward and say you wanted to date that person or take up that partnership, do that business you always wanted to? I mean, union comes in many different forms, but I think it's a wake-up call. Like, you never know when life's going to throw you a whammy and you're never going to get that chance. So do it now. Act now. It feels like now's the time to start acting on things. The veil is almost lifted here, so people should just get out there, be brave, do what it takes. And if you're somebody who has been out of the loop of the dating game for a while, it's time to get your feet wet and get out there. Take that chance. Doesn't mean you have to totally let your heart go right now, but it does mean that you just need to get out there, see how it feels. You're it's not going to get any better if you don't practice. So it does feel like many people are coming together. Many people are going to be finding their significant other, or they're going to be finding that business partner or that outlet that they need to do their business in. So now's the time. Pay attention to all the signs that are going on out there. And then we have God of Indulgence. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence and balance is healthy. So, again, just for those who may not be able to hear, it's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence and balance is healthy. So we want to put this out here. So many people, I am sure, with this little lockdown we've had here, have been indulging things they probably shouldn't have, whether you're putting on a little extra weight or you're taking up an extra habit that you really didn't need. It's a really good thing that you need to start putting yourself in check now, because if the world's about to open up, you want to be ready and on your toes and looking your best. There's probably going to be a lot of jobs available out there very soon, too, because, a lot of people either gave up their job, they realized maybe how they're being treated during this thing, or they couldn't wait and they needed to find something to get themselves some sort of income right now. So being ready for the world, it's okay. If you fell off the wagon, that's all right. Get back up on it. There's always time, but don't waste it, because it feels like the time is now. Things are going to be opening up and you want to be ready. Teaching us to live in the moment and appreciate each one. That's right, Dwayne. All right. So I'm going to got that for you. And then I want to pull some cards from another deck and then do some, I call them trinkets, but they're actually called casting charms. But we're going to do one more deck of cards here. All right, Spirit, what does everybody need to know that's watching our live today for this week of May 3rd, 2020. Let me pull the proper 3 cards that best help people in their path in life, especially this week. Well, we got a little orange going on here. Oh, well, that's really good advice, too. All right. So we got a little orange. Orange in the cards is like circulation or needing to get out there, being creative, creativity, opening up that sacral chakra of yours. And we also have green. So people are going through healing on many levels. And maybe you're having those aha moments. It's nice for people to finally start being prepared for the possibilities of what are to come. So we have get some exercise. And okay, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So you want to make sure that you're getting exercise. Take this time to get outside. I mean, we are allowed to go outside. So get outside, get some exercise, do some bike riding. Use the treadmill if you're really locked indoors and you can't get out. If you're somebody who's homebound, I mean, pick up some little weights, even if they're those bags of rice or something, and you can sit there and at least tone your upper body. You can lay on your bed and pretend you're bicycling while you're on your back. I mean, there are ways for people to exercise that normally could not get exercise. And now's the time. And it's also exercising the brain. They're telling me the brain. So you got to really start, maybe do some mind teasers or brain teasers online. That they're really helpful, and they really up your acuity and your intelligence and how to think fast and how to figure problem solving, So get started, get ready, because you're really going to need it. And this is the time, it's spring, people are getting out there all over the place. All right, the next card is children. Your connection with children is a part of your life's purpose. So anyone who has children, your children may need you a little more right now, and I'm sure with all the kids that have been home from school, that's definitely a definite fact there. And finding them something creative and constructive to do is really, really important. I'm sure you have all come to find that out. Now you probably know just how much credit you need to give those teachers, huh? Just think they're dealing with more than just your child at school. But you have to really be an active part. You can't let it slack off. You really need to be taking care of making sure they're doing their schoolwork. But at the same time, there are some people here who their life purpose is helping children, whether it's disabled children, muscular dystrophy, maybe it's a foundation, maybe it's counseling. I mean, it can go so many ways. So we're going to tell you it would be really great if you put your foot forward, and there may be children in your area, in your neighborhood. Maybe you can help teach them about survival techniques, whatever it takes. It's really needed right now. So up your game a little bit, work with those children. And then we have goodbye to the old, hello to the new. That's a really important card. And a lot of us are going through that too right now. You've finished one part of your life, and now a new and even an even better part is beginning. So this one, yeah. You've finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. So a lot of things you may have had to say goodbye to, whether it's people, jobs, even vehicles, a homestead, business. There's a lot of things that have been forced to be fallen to the wayside. And right now it does feel like that everything was for the better. There's a reason behind everything. Doesn't mean we're always shown the reason, or we're definitely not shown the reason in a timely manner that we would like, so we can fully understand things better. But just know that things are happening for a reason, and don't get down about it, because it's really, really, really important that you stay focused and you continue to meditate on things. Do those positive affirmations. I cannot express how important they are. So if you can do this, this is really going to help to pick you back up and start looking in the right direction. Maybe do a little meditation and see what is it that you feel that you should be doing right now. What kind of job or project or hobby or whatever should you be doing? What calls to you? What do you admire in somebody else? Do you admire somebody else's handiwork or their little crafty work? Maybe that's something you should do. Or do you ever look at it and say, I bet I can do that? Well, take these things into consideration and see how you feel about it. Get to the store, pick up a few things, and give yourself some things to be occupied so you can give up the bad parts of those nasty little habits that you may have been picking up and creating. Work on your exercise and tone and trim your body and mind, and things are going to start going really, really well. All right, I'm going to pull a trinket or two and see what we have there. All the envelopes today. for this week of May 2020. What trinket is best going to help them right now? Okay, I pulled two, and the first one is a set of keys. Now, I have many, many keys in my box of trinkets. These are car keys. So you probably need to take this time or any of the extra money you may have just gotten, if possible, work on your vehicle. I don't care if it's just cleaning it out, but your vehicle may need some working on. You might need to even check the tires, the oil, the fluids. I mean, take this time and learn how to work your vehicle and take care of it. You can always look up your make and model online and say, how to give your car a tune-up, or how to check the oil, how to check the brake fluid, or things of that sort. So really work on issues of transportation. So maybe you need to work and focus on a source of transportation. Maybe you need to look in to see if there are any bus services, taxis, or things that might actually have a program that you might need, or who has the best rates, anything at all. And also making sure you're taking care of your own vehicle, because it feels like it's going to need a little upkeep right now. And that will keep you busy for a little while. And, learning these things is sometimes it's a delight. It's like, you know what? I can do this now. And it makes you feel really good about yourself. So do those things. And we also got the love stone. So now with the love, that means you're supposed to be really focusing on all the love aspects in your life, doing things coming from a place of love, so that people really need it right now. And I'll tell you, people are really excited to be outside. So actually, they're kind of excited to see other people, except for those who are like really fearful. So you give everybody a nice big smile. But if you're wearing a mask, you give a nice little hello, you give them a little strong wave like, hi, how are you? Yay, whatever you got to do. Give them a thumbs up. And this way they know you're smiling behind that mask. All right. So this is going to conclude the message for the week for all the onlookers. And this is for the message for March 3rd, 2020. And again, this could very well be for the month of May. So just make sure you're helping to keep this frame of mind, and make sure you're working on things you need to work on, including your own health, clearing out the old that no longer serves your higher good, whether it's cleaning your closets, goodbye to the old, hello to the new, could be cleaning out your friendships or your relationships or your vehicle, or maybe you have a storage area. I mean, there's a lot of things that you should be getting rid of, because you want the influx of new energy, because the new energy is going to be more positive. All right, so I leave that with all of you today. And now I'm going to move on to the section where I will go ahead and do some card pulls for people. And if anybody is interested in a 10 for 10 while we are online, or you can do it offline, you may do so. I do have other rates, but I'm only doing 10 for 10 while I am online, or if you do just want 10 minutes afterwards, that's fine. But you can private message me or contact me at the Violet Sage. I'm going to go ahead and post my little information here. Because you'll be able to read that later too. Donations are also greatly appreciated, because it does cost to be on here to do this. But you can make any donations or payments if you'd like to do the 10 for 10. You'll have to message me here to let me know if you want it done here online. Otherwise, you can just message me also at thevioletsage@aol.com, but make sure you put in the subject line reading, because I get so much junk mail, it will get lost if you don't give me a heads up that it's a reading, so I can put it in my little search bar. Okay? All right. So we are going to get started. I will pull one card for people and give you a personalized message but know that when I do private readings or personal readings, I am also a medium. I'm a psychic medium, and I do automatic writing as well. So you will get more than just the card pull and what my guides are telling me at the time. It goes in more depth when you get personal readings. So just wanted to leave that with you. All right, I'm trying to figure out what do I need to take off this table. All right. And if you would like, no more than 10, you can have more than a 10-minute reading, but it's going to be at a different price. I could give you discounts if you told me it's because you've seen it here on YouTube or on my Facebook page. So you just have to contact me, because I know some people don't have Facebook. And I'm looking into like Google Pay and some other forms of payment, because I understand some people don't do PayPal. But if you do know someone who has a PayPal account, you can do that way. I also take credit card. So you'll just have to privately contact me afterwards. And I will go ahead and do readings for like the next half hour, until 11 o'clock my time. I don't know what it is your time, but it's 10:32 right now my time. All right. You can make a choice if you would like me to pull from the purple deck, which is fairies, messages from your fairies, or the pink deck, which is angels, gods, and goddesses, or the blue deck, which is messages from your angels. So if you have a preference, go ahead and write that down. And if it's a question you would like me to focus on, then go ahead and write that down as well. So I will go ahead and look now if anybody would like me to pull a card for them and give them the message of the day. And I'm really surprised that we don't have that many people on here today. Must be something going on in the world. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been being freed from their homes. And no one's sitting in front of their computer on a beautiful day. But that's all right. They can check it out later, and you can also contact me later. So anyone would like a card pull, please go ahead and ask for one. And if you have a preference of pink, purple, or blue, let me know that too. All right. Start with that one. And who is going to be number one today? Who is number one? So I'm putting numbers out here for people in case you ever want to look back and see, like if you're fast forwarding it because you want to know where your reading was and you want to rewatch it again. This way, it's very helpful. So I will assign you a number when you come on. It's like, all right, you are number one or you are number two. So this way you can go back and look at it. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for people to find their particular reading. All right. All right, Dwayne. Do you have a preference of color, Dwayne? Light, Mother, Father, God, this is here today. Let me pick the proper card to best help Dwayne Blair in his path in life. What does he need to know for this, especially for this week of May 5th, May 3rd, 2020? Wonder what the May 5 is about. Hey, Tara. Happy Sunday to you, too. Wow. Okay, well, we have emotional healing for you, Dwayne. And as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So I'm going to, talk to some people as if they may pick this card too, because I know a lot of people are going through emotional stuff as well. And so there's things that maybe in the past that might be holding you back. Sometimes there's things that will give you a certain way, a certain outlook on life that may have happened to you. So you kind of hold on to either your go-to reactions or your go-to thoughts on it, or how it normally would make you feel. But it feels like it's time to release all that now and accept everything as if it's new. So all the old stuff, it's really, really good if you would just sit back and say, all right, you know what? This is what's bothering me today. It's really good to journal. This way you know what you've already approached. You can do a little checkbox too. Uh, I release you. I release this situation. Say one of your parents had really hurt you in the past or something to this effect. Or a person. Say, I release that person. I understand maybe it's something that maybe it was your mark in life, something that you had to do. And yes, it affected me adversely, but I choose not to carry it anymore. So I now release you and I put it down, and I no longer wish to think about it again. It's now gone. You've already, as long as you integrate it and you've learned something from it, that's all that's important. So this way you don't continue to carry it around with you and let it adversely affect you or get in the way of all those wonderful new things that you would like to create in your life. All right, I'm going to pick a trinket as well. Trinket for Joey. Whoa, what was that? You know, I'm not sure, but I think you get this a lot. And it's the magic 8-ball. You're magical. The magic Merlin. So you have the magic within you to release whatever you wish to release and to create what you wish to create and bring into your life. And the magic 8-ball is one of the best trinkets in here, I say. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let's stay up. So the magic 8-ball is your magic. You are magic. You have a lot more power than you give yourself credit for, although I do know that you know that you're powerful, but you wonder to what extent am I powerful? Just because, and I'm going to say with the emotional healing part, just because things may have not worked out in the past, it just may not have been your time, or maybe you didn't get past certain hurdles or certain lessons or whatever, but so now might be the time. So give it a try again, see what happens. All you can do is to say, well, I guess I wasn't ready yet. Don't want to hold any negativity to things not happening. It's kind of like when people put prayers out there. They say, God always hears your prayers, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the answer you want to or in the time frame that you want. A lot of times there's certain things that need to occur first or happen first, but they're working on it. So I hate to say the word keep the faith, but keep the faith in yourself and your own power, and that you can do it. Anything you really put your mind to can be done. It just may take a little more effort than you were ready to exert. But, with all this being stuck in the house, maybe everybody's ready to exert that energy now. So I leave that with you, Dwayne. Hopefully that's been of help. It sounds awesome. You've got the power. All right. I had to say that. All right, and Robert, I think you said yes, blue. Okay, well, blue. The blue cards. I forgot to do the stone of the week too, but that's all right. There was a lot of information earlier. All right, Spirit for Robert Fectow. Help me pull the proper card to help Robert in his path in life. All right, you got a little bit on healing here too as well. So you have Grace and Antoinette. These are the gods and goddesses cards, angel gods and goddesses. So I'm trying to bring this in so you can read it. Okay. To help heal the situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. It doesn't mean you have to agree with what they're saying or their outlook on it. It can be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I see what you're saying, but consider this. If you always use the words consider, you can have someone actually say, hey, I'm not telling you have to do it my way, but consider the possibilities. You're welcome, Dwayne. I don't know how far this thing might be lagging in time, but I've just now seen that pop up. So seeing other people's point of view, saying, all right, I do understand. I really do. But I really, really need this also. So, I have needs that need to be fulfilled. Or I really, really would like you, I hate to use the word need, I really need you to try it this way, or I really would like you to consider trying it my way, just for a little while. Whatever you have to do to work with that person or people, there's nothing wrong with saying it, but sometimes it's how you relay the message. It's how you say it that can really greatly help. Oops, sorry. We got it. That is messing up my own scheme of things, isn't it? All right, you are number 2, Robert. So if you need to look back on this, sorry, you're going to want to look back a little further. So making sure that you're working with people and asking them to consider the possibility of something else. But when you tell people that you understand what they're saying, that actually makes them relax a little bit, and they kind of like loosen their grip, because a lot of people are used to confrontation, or they're used to not getting their way or nobody understanding them or whatever. So when you say that, it actually helps to relax people. So try that, see if that doesn't help. And then I'm going to pull a trinket for you as well. Robert Pecknow Spirit. What does Robert need to know this week of May 2020? You got the green thing going on. So there's a lot of healing involved with all of this. And you also got the green man. So I'm working with nature the best that you can right now. I think going out and connecting, sitting under a tree in the shade by a lake or something to that effect will really help, because the nature spirits would like to work with you. And if you were looking for that creative project, maybe doing something with nature might be the thing that you need to do. I think you said last time that you were working on the yard, and you do have more of a green thumb than you think you do. Whew, wow, that was hard to get off the tongue. So work with nature the best that you can. Tara, that's good. That's good that they work for you too. And that's what I mean. It's always really informative if people sometimes watch what other people get. They're like, yeah, I can incorporate that into my life. I really understand. So I try to explain it the way I do, because you never know how that one particular thing is going to affect someone else. So hopefully that has been of help for you, Robert. But nature is definitely the way. Maybe even connecting more, when you do meditations, do it outside, or do it even with your feet in the grass or the sand, or even in a bucket of water. Like if you don't have a little pool and you just really feel like you need that water element, or if it's really hot outside, stick your feet in a tub of water while you're doing that. And you'd be surprised how well it may really connect you and how it may make you feel. Because the water is a good source of like releasing and stuff as well, and also recharging. That rings true. I get accused of tone of voice quite a bit when I'm not trying to be mean. Yeah, and again, it's people's perceptions. What color glasses are they wearing that day? How are they perceiving you? They can be totally out of the range of what you're putting out there. Yeah, I agree. All right. So you were number 2, Robert. And Tara, are you wanting one as well? Who else wants one here? We don't have a whole lot of people on today, but I'm sure they'll see it later. Last week we had all kinds of people on. Like I said, weather's getting nicer. Right. And you will be... All right, so who is going to be number 3? Number 3, I don't know if Cosmo's still here with us, the night reader. Who else we got? If you would like anything, anybody, you just gotta tell me yes, and I apologize. You're welcome, Robert. If I don't see it as quickly as you're posting it, because this thing might be on a delay, a lag or something. I have lots of issues with that lately, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyone else? Hello. All right, well, I'm going to take the time to say that May is going to be Mother's Day. So people need to really focus on mother. Now, if you don't have a mother or even grandmother that is with you, I'm sure there may be somebody who you look up to that is a mother. But don't forget, the biggest mother of all that many of us don't even think about is the earth. That the earth really needs your help, and it needs you to take care of her, not to pollute her, do recycling. I know my mother's husband, they don't do recycling out there in Florida where she lives. So he will go and take, even if it's just one bottle, he'll take one bottle all the way down to the recycling place. They have a recycling place, but the garbage men don't do the recycling. So, I mean, it's nice that you make the extra effort. I personally wouldn't just take one bottle there. I would wait until I collected a few, then take them. But, you know, what a nice thing to do. And knowing that you are doing your part at taking care of Mother Earth like she's done to you. You could always sit outside, do a little practice of some Tai Chi, where you're exchanging energy with the earth or trees or whatever it is you want to exchange energy with. And you'll be surprised how fulfilled you will be as well. Oh, you are still there. All right. Yay. Night reader. All right, Tara. Mike Hawk. Hi, Mike. And welcome. All right, Tara. I don't know if you have a preference, but knowing you probably like purple, but okay, Mike, I'll get to you right after Tara. I see your question. Tara. All right, dear Lord, a little late. For Tara Palacio. Let me pick the proper card to best help Tara in her path in life for this week of May 3rd, 2020. What does she need to know? What would best help her right now in her particular situation or situations? I had 3 cards that wanted to jump out, and then they all like jumped right back in. All right, Spirit, a card for Tara. All right, Tara. Since there's so many that want to be picked, I grabbed 2 here for you, so I will go ahead and do that. So, holiday. All right. This camera sometimes doesn't. There it is. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So you may run into someone that can give you the answers you're looking for, maybe a job offer that you're looking for, or maybe that new creative idea, or just the right person you just needed to run into at the right time for the right situation. It could even be, if you're looking for a place to live, maybe a new vehicle. But it seems like during a holiday, which this will be, was this Labor? No, not Labor Day, Memorial Day, and Mother's Day. Holiday can also be a birthday. So any significant date may be the day that you are going to run into that person or that information that you really need. And you are to express your individuality because you're awesome. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. We know that. And when you believe it, other people believe it. It's how you act and how you come off to them as well. So that they can understand the person that you are. And, sometimes doing that even with work, people realize like, hey, I might be your boss, but I don't have to be a hard ass. I could be a nice person too. But if you're going to be a jerk, I'm going to treat you exactly like what you need to be treated like. And then you can gain my respect, earn it. Now, people should earn people's respect. It's not always just freely given. I mean, be who you are. But if you see people are stepping on you, then do what you need to do. I leave that with you. And I'll go ahead and pull a trinket for you. Trinket for Tara Palacio for this week of May 3rd, 2020. Oh, you are magic as well, Tara. You have the magic within you, the magic 8-ball, and why is this thing not focusing right? Interesting. Okay, so you have the magic. You should go out to the beach or something, do some meditating, and focus on what it is that you would like to bring into your life. What is the next step What do you need now? What would you like to see manifest in your life? Then that's what you should focus on. And, sometimes people do those manifestation boards. So you can even build a manifestation board to what is the next step or what it is that you want to create, because you are a master manifester and creator. Sometimes we just get lost along the way. Sometimes it'll be like, I know you do the Reiki, tapping back into Reiki. That might help to up your energy and your focus. Also give you some clarity. I am going to make this thing. There we go. That's better. And then focuses anyway. All right, I leave that with you, Tara. Hopefully that has been some help for you today. It's really weird that every time I come on here, and you were number 3, Tara. So if you need to look back on that again, you can look for the number 3 in the picture frame there, so you know. All right, and next is going to be Mike Hawk. I'm trying to get my little cards separated here. And for Mike Hawk, you are going to be number 4, Mike. So that means if you need to look back on this video to remember what was said again, you can just look back, look for that number 4, and you'll know that we are on your reading. Okay, so you want to know what people see me as romantically and as a person, who likes me, who hates me, etc. Well, all right. Now, if you want, you could always do the 10 minutes for $10 today. That's a lot to cover in one one little quick message. So let's see if I can. Mike Hawk, what do people see you as romantically, as a person? I'm going to ask Spirit now so people see why I'm not pulling any cards. It's like they have a mixture of how they see you, Mike. Some people see you as upfront and honest. And some people see you like you're not revealing the whole part of the story. There might be something hidden, and therefore they sit there and they wonder. So actually, you got a little bit of both going on there. And romantically, let's see. It feels like it greatly depends on who you are romantically interested in and with. Of course, nobody ever usually calls that phone. So I really apologize for that. I'm going to go shut that off. Not prepared for that. All right. So it feels like it's not really you that's projecting the image. It feels like it is their perception that is projecting the image. So, romantically, no one will know unless they actually get involved with you. And are they too afraid to put one foot forward? Let's see. I'm just going to tell you that whatever you do not want to come off too eager. So sometimes it's good to be reserved. You can show interest and do the flirting and things like that. So if it's something that you're waiting to get involved in, that's really like a really open question you got there. It would take and to be telling you who hates you and all this other stuff is totally different. But there may be people who are afraid to get close to you, or not sure how you'll take it, or some people are too vain and worry about what other people are going to think, this sort of thing. I will go ahead and pick a card for you besides this here and see what we get. All right, Spirit. For Mike Hawk, what would Mike Hawk best be well to know or work with right now? All right. So this is what they're giving me for you, which is actually very good advice. It says, whom do you need to forgive? So let's see, we can get this thing to focus a little. As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. What is somebody? My goodness, I am really sorry about this, people. I need to put my phones in the other room. Someone must really be in a pickle. Same person trying to call me on 2 different phones. Sorry. Okay, so as you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. So you have to do the homework and do some releasing. You have to forgive people for how they've maybe treated you or judged you. This is going to open some more energy doors for you. And then you can also focus on how you would like to be perceived. But then you need to be the change you want to see in the world, and the change you would like to see in others, and the change that you want others to see in yourself. There's like a lot of homework here. So I think you need to work on this stuff first. Hopefully this has helped you, because I totally see how it can be a major block. If you're holding on to resentment and anger and you're mad that people look at you a certain way, getting mad isn't going to help. That's just going to put up another block. So to be able to release stuff and it's like, you know what? I forgive you. I know you're confused. Maybe I came off a wrong way, or maybe you're going through stuff that I didn't realize, and me doing or acting or saying what I did may have presented a wrong representation of myself. But, it's okay. I release it. I trust that you're going to see the true me, the real me, and the loving and understanding me, compassionate me, however you have to word that. Sometimes if you put it in writing and put it in a book so you can work on it later, will greatly help you. Hopefully that has been some help for you, Mike. All right. Leave that with you. I'm going to tell you, if you wear any jewelry, or if you got maybe a pouch that you can wear around your neck, because it's really nice if it will hit your thymus area, which is like your chest bone. I would recommend wearing or carrying with you a piece of rhodonite, or rose quartz. This way you are helping yourself to emanate the characteristics of love and compassion, and also it attracts that to you. So I'm going to leave that with you too. I really felt like you needed some extra help on that one. So I hope you appreciate the time you had. If you want a more in-depth reading about particular people or whatever, feel free to contact me. You can contact me, write me. We can set up an appointment for you. And I'll put this out here again. You can contact me at thevioletsage@aol.com. Make sure you put reading in the subject line, because I get so much junk mail that it will get lost. So I need to know what it's about, and I need to know how to do a search within my email. And we can always set something up to do a more in-depth reading for you, Mike. I hope that's helped for you today, whatever I've given you, though. Okay, I have time for another reading. You're welcome, Tara. Like to know what you think about what I've told you, Mike. I mean, I know you might have to be alone with your thoughts for a little bit. We sort of have time for one more. I will do one more. If anybody's here that needs them, wants one, desires one. We don't do the need or want thing. I got to remember to stop talking that way. It's always, always good to be mindful of, and don't forget, Mike, you were number 4. So if you have to look back on this video later, number 4 was for you. All right, so I'm just going to give that little pep talk to everyone. Be and see where you want to be in the world, how you want people to perceive you. It was really, really great advice. And take time to smell the flowers. There's plenty of them out there right now. So hopefully this has helped everyone today. And if you are interested in this is what I post at the end of my things now. So donations and payments, greatly appreciate it. Using PayPal or credit card, I'm going to be looking into Google right now, and you can send any PayPal payments or even credit cards to thevioletsage@aol.com. You can also contact me that way if you are interested in a private reading. I do parties, readings. Don't forget, I am in Wisconsin. And they're much appreciated because it does cost to be on here now to bring all this to all of you. So hopefully you will find that it has been helpful for you because that's what I'm here for. This is my life's calling, and I feel best when I'm helping other people. I do great modalities of healing. I also am a Reiki Master teacher. I have created my own manual for chakra healing tuning forks. I do foot detoxes. I do stone therapy, laying on the stones, house cleansings, people cleansings. You name it, I do it, it seems like anymore. So if I can be of help to you, I'd appreciate that. You just need to let me know. And thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. And for anyone that tunes in later, I wish you a wonderful beginning of spring and happy May Day for all those I didn't get to wish that to. And namaste. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Night Reader. And you have a wonderful day, everyone. Okay, bye bye.